Okay. Then be concrete, specific, practical, and relevant. Be clear about your objective to motivate, inform, persuade, teach, research your topic thoroughly. Well, at first you have to choose your topic, then you should know the purpose of your communication. That means, why are you preparing the presentation? What is the purpose of your presentation? What is the need of your presentation? You should know, because if you don't know why are you preparing the presentation, then how can you formulate the strategy, and how can you you know will be able to implement some visual aids to make it attractive, and some style also. So at first you should know the purpose and need. Then it is the first step. You should know the purpose and need of your presentation. Why are you preparing the presentation? Then you should also know your audience, that and their expectation also. That means you should know the like and dislike of your audience, because your presentation is not about you. Your presentation is also about your audience, right? If you want to make your presentation successful, your audience should also accept your presentation. If they are not accepting your presentation, then your presentation will not be successful, right? And if you want to make your presentation successful, you have to make your audience involved in your presentation. And that's why while giving presentation you have to ask some questions, right? And if they ask you some questions, you have to answer. So audience is very important, right? Because you are presenting something in front of your audience, and your audience should accept your views, what you are telling, right? So audience is important. And tailor your presentation according to the audience. That means once you know the expectation of your audience, the likes and dislikes of your audience, and then you have to prepare your presentation according to the requirement of the audience, what they are expecting from you, right? And be concrete, specific, practical, and relevant. Yes, your presentation should be very concrete, specific, practical, and relevant also, because it should not be it should not include irrelevant information and all. It should be specific. You should be very clear about your views, what you are going to present. You should have clear ideas, and you should be concrete also, and practical, and relevant. Your presentation should include relevant things, not irrelevant. Okay. Be clear about your objective. Yes, you should be clear about the objective of your presentation. That means, do you want to motivate your audience, or do you want to inform the audience, or do you want to persuade audience or teach audience? You should have clear idea about your objective. What do you want? And research your topic thoroughly. That I have already told that you should know your topic very well. So you should research the topic thoroughly. You should know all about the topic. You should know in and out of the topic also, because your audience will ask you so many questions, and you have to explain. So research your topic thoroughly. So this is how you can formulate a strategy. These are the things you should keep it in your mind while preparing a presentation. Then see, developing a flexible structure. Developing a flexible structure. how can you develop a flexible structure, that is organize material structurally. Okay. Okay, so for preparing the presentation, what you have to do is, at first you have to gather all the information, right? Then you have to make slides, PowerPoint slides, right? So you have to organize all the materials you have gathered and all the thoughts you have. So you have to structure all the things, you have to organize all the materials structurally, right? One after another, that is at first introduction, then explain after points. So structure, you have to give a structure to your presentation, you have to organize all the materials. Then don't assume that information will speak by itself. That means, okay, suppose you are preparing some PowerPoint slides, okay, and you have written some points there, fine, but don't think that you will just read the points and that's all. No, you have to explain all the points. So this is what that information will not speak by itself. Yes, in your presentation, in your on your PowerPoint slides, there will be what can I say? Yes, you will write down some information there, okay, but information will not speak by itself. You have to explain all the information there. You have to explain all the points written there, because you are the presenter and you have to present your topic. You have to explain whatever uh, whatever points are written there. So you have to explain uh, in detail all the points. It's not that you will just read the points, okay, no, you have to explain also. Then audience might interpret information in different ways. Yes, suppose you are explaining some point, your audience might interpret the information in different ways, because maybe your audience have different mindset. So your audience might interpret the information in different ways. You have to manage, like if they have different mindset, they you are explaining one point and they will interpret that point from differently, because they have different mindset. So they can ask you some questions, is it that, so you have to explain, you have to understand their mindset and you have to explain accordingly. Okay, think on how you can hold the attention. Yes, it is an important part. You have to hold the attention of your audience. How you can hold the attention of your audience? Your audience should not get bored. You have to keep them energetic, and for this you have to make them involved in your presentation. Okay, you can do so many things to get them involved, like you can ask them some questions, some open-ended questions. Suppose you are explaining one thing and you may ask them, what do you think regarding this point? Or suppose you are explaining a point, so you can ask them, have you ever faced such a situation, right? Suppose your topic is depression, okay, and you are giving a presentation on the topic depression, okay, then you can ask them, have you ever faced a situation where you were feeling depressed, or how can you overcome depressed, what do you think? So in this way you have to make them involved in your presentation. So you can ask them some open-ended questions, some thought-provoking questions, right? And in this way you will also get to know their views, their likes and dislikes. And another thing you can do is crack some jokes sometimes. Sometimes they might get bored, or if presentation is going on and on, So sometimes it is very monotonous or boring type. So you can crack some jokes to keep them energetic, and relieve the tension. So you can crack some jokes sometimes, and you have to make your presentation very attractive. You can incorporate some visual aids, charts, pictures, attractive you have to make. And you should follow voice modulation. Your voice should be also attractive, not speak in the same tone. You should follow pitch, pitch of the sound, intonation, voice modulation you should follow. And yes, these are the things you can do to hold their attention. Present your and yes, um, you should follow what can I say. Yes, these are the things are enough. And if you want to add some other points, you can say. Then you have to justify your ideas also. Like, you will write down some points there, but you have to explain those points. You have to justify. You should have enough points in support of what you are going to tell, right? So you have to justify your ideas. Whatever ideas you have, whatever point you are going to write there, you have to explain, you have to justify. And you have to also convince the audience. You have to convince the audience, and for that you have to present your topic convincingly, in a convincing way, so that your audience might get convinced. Whatever you are what you are going to present, you have to present in such a way, in a convincing way rather, so that your audience might get convinced. Okay, then presentation skill. Presentation style and personal confidence are as important as the actual content of the presentation itself. Okay, so the topic is important, right? While preparing the presentation, topic is important, but the way you are presenting is also very important. And your presentation style and personal confidence are the key factors, right? Because suppose you have chosen a very interesting topic, but the way you are presenting is very dull, then what will happen? Your presentation will not be successful, right? You should have a good topic, but also you should present your topic in an attractive way, in a convincing way. So the content is important, but also presentation style is also important. And whatever you are going to present, you should present very confidently. Okay. Now, presentation style. These are very common, you all know, but we will discuss a little. Energy and enthusiasm. Your presentation should be very energetic and full of enthusiasm, because if you present your topic in a dull way, boring way, monotonous way, nobody would like to listen to you. You know, they will get bored and they will just switch off their mind and they will just remain physically, but they will not listen to you mentally, right? So you should present your topic you should present your topic energetically, and your topic should be full of enthusiasm. You know, your presentation should be full of enthusiasm. Then attention to body language. You should follow a proper body posture. You know, stand properly, speak to your audience confidently, and do not look nervous. You know, if you feel nervous, it will show. You know, if you feel nervous, then you will just fidget with your clothes or hair. No, just stand properly. You have to speak to your audience very confidently, and you have to maintain proper body posture. So that is attention to body language. After that, voice and tone. I have told you that you should follow a proper voice modulation. Don't speak in the same tone. You have to follow also the pitch of the voice. Then use humor appropriately, that means crack jokes if possible. Obviously, one thing is cracks. Yes, you can crack jokes, but those jokes should be related to your topic. You know, it should be relevant to your topic. It's not that you can crack jokes on just any topic. No, it should be some relevant. You know, suppose you were telling something, you are presenting your topic, and just related to the topic you can crack some jokes. Not mandatory, you can crack some jokes if necessary. If you see that all are getting bored, you know, then you can use this trick. Okay, then intellectual and emotional, that is your presentation should be intellectual and emotional. That means you should be sensitive to your audience. How you can be sensitive to your audience? That is, you should know their likes and dislikes. You have to understand whether they are accepting your audience, whether they are accepting your views or not. And how can you understand? By asking some questions. Ask them some questions, and the way they will answer, you will get to know their likes and dislikes. Now, handling questions. Your audience will ask so many questions. So, how can you manage all the questions? What do you do if you don't know the answer? Now, we will discuss. Anticipate questions and prepare responses. Okay, you don't know, while preparing your presentation, you don't know what your audience will ask you, right? You don't know. So what you have to do is, you have to anticipate the questions and you have to prepare the probable answers, like think your topic at first, then you have to gather all the information and all. You have to research your topic. You know, you have to make a thorough research of the topic. You should know all the information regarding your topic. Okay, then you have to think some probable questions that your audience might ask you, and you have to keep your answer ready. If they ask you these type of questions, so you will answer this. So anticipate questions and prepare responses accordingly. It's not that you will be able to anticipate all the questions. No, you have to face some other questions also. Your audience will ask you some other questions, and you have to use your sense of mind, that is and you have to answer. That is called presence of mind, and you have to answer those questions. And then obtain additional information. That means gather additional information regarding your topic. Ask thought provoking questions, I have already told you. Ask open ended questions, I have told you. Be honest. Yes, you should be honest while preparing your presentation, or while presenting the topic also. Okay, that means if your audience asks you some questions and you don't know the answer, then you have to confess that you don't know. You should manage at first if you can. Then if you are not able to manage, then say no, I don't know. So be honest always. Organize your ideas. Encourage audience participation. We have discussed audience participation is important, and how can you make your audience participated in your presentation, we have discussed. Now conclude on a high note. That means while presenting your topic, introduction is important, also conclusion is also important. You should conclude your topic on a high note also, right? Introduction is important, conclusion is also important, so both should be attractive. Incorporate visual aids. Yes, you have to make your presentation very attractive.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Suraj, say.
Ma'am, can we give our presentation not from solo, like duo, trio? That will be better one, because we will be very specific on our each part of that topic, and we will be able to explain in a better way.
Okay, if you want to. Okay, done. Actually, I want solo presentation because I want to I want to see individually, and I want to find out their weakness and how can they improve their presentation. And if you want duo, then okay, fine, you can go for. I don't have any problem.
Okay,
Conclude.
ma'am. Then ma'am, groups.
Yes, Suraj, say.
Ma'am, group.
Ma'am, for that you have to make group now.
Ma'am,
If
there will be a
possible,
teamwork. That's why I'm telling. And
if possible, well, if possible, I think individual presentation will be better, because I will
okay, ma'am,
find
no
out.
issue.
Yes, I will find out all the weaknesses and how can they improve. I will provide some other opportunity also. At first do solo, then after, then duo and try whatever you want, we will go for. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Then conclude on a high note. After that, incorporate visual aids. Then prepare for contingencies. Well, what are contingencies? That means you should have a plan B. What is plan B now? Plan B is like suppose your laptop is not working, or yes, while giving presentation the speaker is also not working, or there is some network issue, then if this situation occurred, then what will you do? So, you should have a plan B, that if my laptop is not working, then I will do this. So, always